Hey there, welcome to Makers TV for another week. I'm Michaela Danvers, and I usually deliver short, sharp, actionable lessons for you to strengthen your brand and grow your business. But this week, because we've done over 40 episodes now, I thought it was probably about time to introduce myself and tell you a little bit more about me and why I do what I do. So I'm actually going to try and condense this. If you visit my website, which I'll put in the link below, I like to bang on about myself a little bit. My about page is super long and it has basically my whole life story, which I'm going to try not to do right now because you don't need to sit there and listen to someone else bang on about stuff when you should probably be doing other stuff for your business. So very briefly, I've been creative my entire life. I am a maker at heart. I have painted every surface possible, including my own legs, for as long as I can remember. I remember rocking up to soccer training when I was in sort of under 10s, under 12s, and having crazy designs painted onto my legs. I'm not an artist, though, in any stretch of the imagination. I'm definitely a maker. Have a lot of different craft hobbies. I've basically just done it forever. Adding to that, I have been trained. I'm a qualified teacher, so I've done my Diploma of Education after my 4-year graphic design degree. So I'm qualified in design and teaching, and from there, since I graduated uni, I have taught in some capacity ever since. So I taught at a secondary school for 6 years until I kind of had enough of that. And then I basically quit. I took leave without pay for a while to start my own business full time. But I've always had my toe dipped in the teaching. So ever since then, I've also been doing a lot of uni tutoring, sessional tutoring, but also a little bit of unit convening and lecturing. That's what I'm kind of up to now in terms of my side business, my job, like my side employment. I'm a university teacher. I need to get a higher qualification to continue being a lecturer. So it's just kind of how it works. So I've now just put in my research proposal to do my PhD study, in research, which everything is going to tie in together because what I'm going to be researching is the impacts of specifically brand education, but other impacts also on the survival rate of micro businesses founded by women in the craft, arts, and design industries. So basically all the makers that I know, some of them succeed, some of them fail. A lot of the time within 1 to 2 to 3 years, I would like to look at and research really thoroughly why that is. What are the things that are impacting these women that make them stop or make them not profitable enough to continue? So the other thing I'm also going to look at is that when these businesses do succeed past the 3-year mark, what is it that makes that earning income so small? So a recent study has come out that, it's not that recent. I think it was 2014 or 2016, that the average income for an artist per year is $7,000. Okay, so maybe if you're just starting out, $7,000 a year sounds like a great amount. You can't live off that amount of money. So what I'll be looking at is that because artists specifically perhaps don't think of themselves as a business entity, and like, why is that? What are the impacts on that? Is it because makers don't value their craft enough to see it as a legitimate employment career? Is it because our society doesn't value it? That's probably a part of it. Anyway, so I could go on forever because this is going to take a long time, this research, obviously, but that's where I'm at the moment. Is I'm just waiting to hear back about my application, and then next year I'll be starting coursework. So the Makers TV episodes from now, they're mostly about business and actionable items that you can do to move your own business forward, but I'm also going to be, of course, sharing whatever information I find out because I want to help you grow your business. So if I can sort of look on a more broader global, national scale of why things are not going particularly right for people, then maybe I'll be able to develop some suggestions or something that people should do to make things go right and be able to continue your business endeavor. So that's where I'm at on that side of the fence. in terms of my business and why I do that, obviously because I like making, I'm a teacher, they kind of just go together. But also my sister actually passed away 12 years ago now, 13 years ago, in 2005, when I was 20 and she was only 24, and it was unexplained. I don't really want to go into it now, but basically it's kind of like SIDS, but for adults, it's unexplained. There was no reason as to why she passed away. And it was just like that sudden, unexpected, inexplainable, horrible. So from that, then I also had a couple of traumatic experiences when I was teaching in that 1 year. So sadly, one of our students committed suicide, and that was actually my first year of teaching, so that was quite a lot to deal with. And just sort of dealing with the fallout of that with his friends and everything was quite hard, but also seeing that I could impact lives in a positive way in times of distress and tragedy was good, like it was comforting, because I had that experience of my sister passing away. And at the funeral, his father actually, the eulogy included something about each of his friends making sure that they live now for their friend who was no longer there. And I kind of just was like, oh, ding, ding, ding. That's what I need to be doing for my sister. So, yeah, I basically, because she was very crafty as well. So I feel like anything that I can do to forward the creative, like, movement of people in Australia and in the world, like, speaks to, I don't like saying speaks to my heart because it sounds kind of definitely not a woo person over here, but it really makes me feel good, and I feel like my sister would be very proud of that. So that's that part of it. And then also just life's too fucking short, really. Like, something, I mean, you could go and get hit by a bus tomorrow. That's the facts of life. Life is very short, and I personally don't want to be spending if I had a short time to live, I wouldn't want to be spending that time doing something really boring or just sitting behind a desk in my 9 to 5 and being unhappy in what I was doing, and also feeling like I'm not making any difference to the world. Like, I personally would like to make a difference in some way, and this is the way that I can do it. It's by bringing our community together and also helping everyone to forward their business and have the same thing happen for them. So you are then able to spend your time doing something you actually like doing, and you're actually excited to get up in the morning and do your job to earn your money. Yeah, I just feel like we just need to be all in it together and rise each other up in our boats, with the rising tide lifting all boats, and we can all get there together. So that's a little bit about me. I think I've banged on enough, really. If you do want to read more, you can head on over to themakerscollective.com.au and just head on over to the my story page. And yeah, it's a real long story. It talks about my grandparents and the influence they had on me, and just the causes I'm interested in and all that kind of thing. So thank you for listening. This episode is definitely all about me and not about you, and I am a little bit sorry for that, because really I want all of the Makers TV episodes to be about you and what you can do to move your business forward. But I sort of figured we're so many episodes in now, and I don't think I had any up sort of saying what my background was, what my qualifications are and all that kind of thing. So, and I didn't really even go into the whole, like, what I studied at school and all the experience I have and all the courses I've done. And I have so much, like, knowledge in here that I just want to share with you, because I know you don't have time to be making your thing and trying to sell your thing and marketing your thing, and then also, like, learning all this stuff. So what I like to do is, I'm just a learner by nature. So I learn everything, and then I distill it, and I get out the main points, and then I sort of give it back to you to make sure that you hit those things that are the most important things to know, rather than having to sift through all the garbage that's online and even in, other courses and uni degrees and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, thanks, guys. This is a little bit off the cuff this week, but I really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate so much if you would like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which again, if you're watching this on Facebook or my website, I will link below. But otherwise, yeah, just if you want to like the video, leave a comment anywhere. I would love to know what your story is too. That would be really fantastic. And as you can tell, I struggle a little bit with wrapping things up, so I'm going to do that now. And hopefully I'll see you around the internet. I'm everywhere. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.